Unscripted television is the hardest calligraphy to etch. The unpredictability of the reel, the change in sound and lighting conditions, the continuous action, and the unexpected bloopers. But as is customary, Untold Stories has brought it all together in a documentary style outside the realm of our productions. And boy, was it fun. Untold Stories presents the celebration of young St. Lucians from humble beginnings, following their passion in the culinary arts and supporting and nurturing each other's talents, the way brothers should. In this episode, three brothers square off in a kitchen in a battle of wits, skills, course counting, culinary wisdom, and food preparation. Untold Stories presents a stir-fried version of unscripted reality television as a three-course meal is prepared for 4 judges by 3 brothers with $100. Bon appetit. The fire was first ignited in this kitchen long before St. Lucia became independent. A grandmother passed on her 11 herbs and spices to the next generation of culinary engineers with the art of the cutting, the delight of the dicing, the motion of the stirring, and the gourmet of the tasting, long before her eldest grandson hit puberty. These master culinary skills transcended generations and introduced the 2 younger siblings to what would become their life's mission. Today, Alvin Smalley Phillip, now 45, is a sous chef at the Sandals Grand Resort and Spa. He has been employed here for the past 15 years. His younger brother, 43-year-old Guillory Butter Samuel, is an executive chef at the Blue Hotel. He has graced the galleries of the island's most acclaimed resorts. And their little brother is Chris. Just Chris. The one who has shadowed them in the kitchen, stolen their styles and curried it with his own flavor. Today, he works alongside his eldest brother as a restaurant chef at the Sandals Grand.
Grew up in Grand Riviere Grizzly with my mom and 3 boys. And since my mother didn't have no girls, I had no choice to stay in the kitchen when everybody was playing.
We grew up poor, you understand. So basically, we were taking turns to cook because there was no girls in the house. So my grandmother was showing us. She played a big role, man. She was the executive chef of my life.
The first thing I ever cooked was a bouillon. I can remember doing that bouillon so fast because outside they had a little cricket on the road. And I did the dumpling too soft. And my mother gave me some licks because she knew that I put too much water in it just to go and play.
Many people ask me, why they call you butter? The first thing I cooked or tried to cook was actually roasting bread with butter and cheese. This is a butter they call it Becca. That was the orange butter, you know, the old butter don't melt very easily. So I decided to make a bonfire in my grandmother's house. You know, take a stick, a skewer, now I know it's called a skewer, and try to actually grill a bread in the house. And the house was wooden. So the house caught fire, you know. Well, thank God nothing much happened to us, but that was my first experience of saying, boy, I messed up. And trust me, I get some serious licks for that.
It all started when my older brother Alvin called me up and told me, get dressed, get one of my jackets and I'm coming for you. I put it on, as big as it was, I ran and he picked me up and went for my interview. And I started immediately. I was nervous because first time in the big kitchen, and obviously I'm getting to work side by side with my brother, so I was nervous. But then I got in the office and in the kitchen I see it's like, oh, it's just like home.
One of the best experiences with me with butter was we get to represent St. Lucia at Taste of the Caribbean in Jamaica. That was pretty nice.
What was that like?
Oh, this was the most amazing thing of my life in the kitchen. It's a nice competition, well organized. It was about, I competed with fish, butter and the pastry chef. It was nice, man. Coming back home with all our gold medals, it was pretty nice.
My older brother, who is Alvin Phillip, he's the one who actually started teaching me to cook with my grandmother's help. So I have a lot of respect for him. So he knows a few things that I will not, because I'm trained in the modern style where, something might slip my mind, but he is trained from scratch from my grandmother. He was the first person trained by my grandmother. So he's the one that basically, I would say he's like you're going against your master.
Age is the factor there, because I've been in business longer than Butter. And I think he's been working as an exit chef recently, maybe about 2 properties or something like that. But I think I got the upper hand. Chris is I'll say Chris, he could pull out something. He could try something.
Piece of cake, man. Those guys are going down. Believe it or not. They taught me, now I'm gonna teach them. They think they're good, I'm gonna sabotage them.
When we return, for the first time ever, the 3 brothers cook alongside each other in a battle of culinary skills, wit, recipe costing, handicaps and sabotages as they try to impress these 4 stone-faced judges.
Eve, the first family of fine foods.
Life is a series of triumphs and trials. The circle of life has all the usual certainties and, of course, the unpredictable. Just one can affect you and your loved ones. Sadly, many fail to prepare for the unforeseen. Thankfully, we've been here for over 138 years, helping you plan and recover. We offer peace of mind at that critical moment. GTM Insurance, sound, solid, and reliable. Call us today at 458-6300 or log on to gtminsurance.net.
When I was called to do this job with Travis, and he handed me over the drawings, immediately looking for these drawings, I saw that we had some huge steel in there, 25 millimeter, 32 millimeters, and I had a little concern of how we're going to bend this. I immediately called Bryce and we discussed the project. I brought him a set of drawings and I just left it with him. When I was ready, I called him. Within 48 hours, he started delivering some of these columns for me. They are 12-meter long columns. And within 3 days, I was able to place 36 columns in the ground. And that has helped me move this job. If you see around you what you see there, that is 5 months construction on the ground. I'm doing this building in record time because of the steel Bryce have bent for me and supplied me on time.
It's 10 a.m. on a sunshiny Monday morning. We have invited the 3 chefs to our secret location, upstairs our office in this beautiful building on Belize Road in VG Castries. There is a first time for everything. I am without doubt the most culinarily handicapped person on this island, but today I will be the salad before the main course comprising 3 brothers and a potpourri of judges from varying backgrounds. They will be responsible for devouring and selecting a winner. Your task today, each of you will be given $100 with which you will have to prepare a 3-course meal. You will be given 1 hour to shop for your ingredients and you will each draw straws to determine who gets to shop where. The more local ingredients you buy, the more points you receive. The more change you return off that $100, the more points you receive. You will be given 20 minutes to prepare the starter course, 30 minutes for the main course, and 20 minutes to prepare a sumptuous dessert. Remember, Each course will be judged separately. You must now pull straws to determine who gets the standard kitchen stove, who gets the brand new Frigidaire stove, or who will be stuck with the grill. Gentlemen, pull your straws. At the end of the straw draw, Chris would fire up the standard kitchen stove. Smalley has to make do with the brand new stove from Quartz, while the installation team pieced together the gas grill, which Butter will have to create his 3-course meal. You must select one of these envelopes to determine your shopping location and whether you will be preparing fish, chicken, or food for rastas. Note that if you hear the bell, you must report to the judges immediately. At random, please go ahead with an envelope. Next, it was off to the first stop, the Castries Market.
I went to that particular vendor because she has a wide variety of fresh goods. I know she comes from way down the countryside and she takes a lot of pride in growing her crops. So I trust her crops and I go for the best. While I was walking to the list, I was brainstorming. Those guys are tough. They are my big brothers. I learned from them, so I gotta give it my best shot. My first impression when I got to the list, I figured I'm not gonna get everything that I want in here. For example, I wanted to use chicken breast, but there was no chicken breast and I had to use a substitute.
The Quartz technicians ensured the grill was mounted and waiting for the unlucky chef. His situation was further compounded by the luck of the recipe draw.
I got to use fish, so I know, well, fish is expensive and everything. So that was one for me. I'm like, how do I cook with fish with $400? So that was one. But the shocker was for me was that I had to use the grill. That was where I got like, oh my God, because my two brothers are inside the kitchen, you know, nice kitchen, and I'm outside of a grill, and the gas tank, and the wind and the sun. So, you know, I would say, I said to myself, well, come on, Babu. Marcy have a lot of stuff. All right. So when I got to know I had, well, it never said Marcy, I was happy because I know I would get everything I needed at Marcy. You understand? So the thing about Marcy is a big store. So then all the lanes, now you see as a man shopping, you understand? Sometimes even the salt, I was looking for the salt. And I had to be looking and looking and looking. So that was the downfall about shopping in a large place like Marcy. I'm missing butter. Salt. Where's the salt? So that's the reason why it took 45 minutes. I mean, the fish I bought alone was call it about $22, $23 for just 4 pieces of fish, which had to make a soup and a main course. So that fish had to be stretched to the limit. Why is it so expensive? Why does women shop fast better than men? Sea salt is the best. Sea salt.
Wait, I'm doing well. Oh my God, $10 every.
This is really expensive, boy. Should I go and check my grandmother, man? Thank you, sweetie.
While his brother got traditional groceries, Alvin had to travel to Bois d'Orange to this little hidden gem, a store which specializes in Oriental, Indian, Mexican, and Caribbean ingredients. Best of all, this little store is the largest supplier of fresh fruits and vegetables to the north of the island. Lucky for him, he was tasked with preparing a 3-course meal for vegans.
I didn't want the grill. I definitely didn't want the grill because I saw the guys working on that grill and I thought that grill would never work today. So my mind was made up, I didn't want the grill. When Potter got the grill, I was kind of happy for him because to me he's a little mouth. He talks a lot, so go in the sun and take some heat, double heat. When I saw the name Susie's, I know sometimes you get good stuff here, sometimes you get things very expensive. That's why I end up spending a little more money than my guys. So from there, I decided, okay, since I'm gonna go all the way as veg. When I reached here, I saw the nice green salad. I saw that when I saw the lettuce, went to in my mind click. I decided, okay, let me go with the green salad as a starter, which is a simple dish. You know, and then I take it from there. And then I saw penny pasta, I saw mushroom, you know, I saw some spinach and peppers. You know, I can say, okay, this is like a Rasta pasta.
With $7 left of his $100, Chef Smalley was faced with a moral dilemma.
When I saw I already spent $93, I couldn't buy oil. I saw butter, bought oil. I said, okay, I'm gonna use this some as oil. Then I saw Chris bought banana. I said, okay, I'm gonna tip some bananas. And then I saw, I saw butter, bought bean sprout. I said, okay, I finished, I'm not shopping no more.
By the time the chefs had completed the first phase, they were well over their allotted 1 hour for shopping. They then returned to our top secret location located here at VG, upstairs the Untold Stories production studio, for what would be the first time these brothers ever cooked together professionally in the same kitchen at the same time.
First of all, when I got here, and I saw, he started before me because I don't know if Chris had took the matches. Chris probably took the matches and put it somewhere hidden somewhere, so I couldn't get the matches. So actually, Gary had a little head start before me. But being he's running up and down, so that takes a little time. You know, like about from the hair to outside, it takes maybe about a couple of seconds. So I had to search for the matches. At one time, I wouldn't try lighting a piece of tissue. Then I thought, oh shit, I don't have money to pay for this house.
On the grill. Yeah, man, I have to be moving because the grill is outside. I mean, these guys were inside comfortably, you know, doing their thing, and I think I lose about 3 pounds today, man.
Beautiful. The world loved pumpkin, so I had to hit those judges with my best shot, and I know I'm good at making pumpkin soup, so I hit it. Nice yellow pumpkin. Let this to a boil. Saute some veg for my pumpkin soup. Nice and some.
The starter was excellent. I nailed it. You know, and I did my own dressing. I did my own dressing from scratch. I think I nailed it.
I had a fish chowder. I basically, you know, man, on the grill, trying to do a stop on the grill was a challenge. But I made a fish chowder, with a Creole crostini and a bean sprout and cucumber salad. And I came and my knife was gone, my oil was gone, my ingredients gone, my bananas gone. I running outside, I get my stuff missing, I come back, it's reappearing. I say we probably in a haunted house because I ain't not going on. So, I telling you, I mean, seriously, man. I come down, I say, oh, that's my bros, man. I know what they think gives me, so I dig in that thing. You know, it was a fun thing. I just know it's stronger. That's the reason why it was not to me. You know, taking my knives, taking my oil, taking my pans.
Chris was the main culprit to that. Chris was the guy who went and at time put my stove off. I'm right here, he's putting my stove off. I'm seeing him. At time I couldn't find my knife. I couldn't find matches.
Hey, but I eventually put it back. So, I gotta do what I gotta do. Those guys are tough.
But it's my knife. You want my knife?
Where? Let me get it off.
Somebody have my knife.
I think you went outside with the knife, brother.
No, man. It's not outside. Let's take my knives. Ah, reappears automatically. Oh my goodness. Reappears.
Their culinary masterpieces will be judged by 3 unassuming faces from St. Lucia's Food Network and a mystery judge who works worlds away from a stove. For 18 years, he has honed his art. He has participated in numerous regional and international cooking competitions. He is best known for his signature soups and sauces. He has supervised the careers of many a budding chef. His name is Philip St. Martin. Her fingers are always busy. Her mixers and ovens never get a rest day. Her name is synonymous with some of the best cakes and pastry on the island, from croissants to eclairs, or even milk cream shreddel. You need them, she'll need them. The chief judge learned the art form in a classroom at Johnson and Wales University. Today, she imparts that knowledge to the next generation at the Cicero Secondary School. She is Kaylee Toyka Greaves. Judge number 4 has been a defense attorney for the past 12 years. His days are plagued with paper pushing, negotiating bail conditions, and drafting masterful legal submissions. However, this man does not possess one culinary bone in his body, despite his contrary thoughts. Our mystery judge is Al C. Elliott.
Good evening, judges. I'm Chef Chris. Today I prepared for you a fresh pumpkin soup with butter bread on top. Pumpkin was freshly picked at the market today, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Did you put any other vegetables in the soup?
Yes, I did chicken stock with vegetables.
The soup is very nice. It's very fresh. The cream on top is very, very creative. Bread suits the soup. Thank you, Chris. I enjoyed it.
So did I. I think the texture was just right. It wasn't too thick. It wasn't too much liquid. But the temperature, it could have been served a little warmer for me, but the flavor was on point. Very nice, Chris.
The flavor was really good. I enjoyed the sweetness.
Thank you, judges. Main ingredients, pumpkin of course, and I like to use make a vegetable or a chicken stock, which I made a chicken stock to accompany all the flavors and texture. I sauteed my vegetables and stuff, I pour it in and I blend it up.
Okay.
So on average, You're a normal person at home. What time frame would you say?
I would say 20 to 25 minutes.
20, 25 minutes. And about how much do you think this would cost? You're giving somebody just a ballpark figure.
Well, I had only $100 today to shop, to do 3 courses. And I think my appetizer dish took like $17.
Okay.
So it's very affordable.
So for $17 you made 4 portions.
4 portions. And then left over for the chef.
I like that.
The bread is regular bakery bread?
Yeah, it's Manny's bread. Bought it fresh this morning at the supermarket.
And you know, Chris, I think in terms of price point, I think pumpkin was an excellent choice. You know, with regards to having an affordable vegetable. So kudos to you on that. You know?
Good afternoon, judges. I'm Alvin Phillip, better known as Smalley. Today I prepared a nice fresh salad from you. Everything is from the market, was hand-picked this morning by my special person. Okay, what we have there is basically a nice green salad. I tried to imagine like if I was in the Heights because I did a vegetarian style. So we have some tomatoes freshly picked, lettuce. The lettuce is a romaine lettuce because I couldn't get fresh this morning because of the weather. And avocados, carrot, everything is nice, so you enjoy it. With a nice vinaigrette I did myself, a little sweet lime and vinaigrette. Normally this salad was done maybe in 10 minutes. I spent about, let me see, each plate cost me about maybe I'll say $13.
I love the vinaigrette. Like you say, it's sweet, it's fresh, very, very flavorful. But even before I tasted the salad, the colors just pop out, you know?
Thank you.
It's so appealing.
Thank you.
And a lot of people eat with their eyes. So that was such a good opening experience, you know? And the taste is on point. The only problem I have with regards to this salad, to be honest, is just the fact that it's romaine lettuce. And we're trying to use as many local ingredients as possible. However, it's splendid. It really is.
It's like a picture. It's like I don't even want to eat from it.
Thank you.
Vinaigrette tastes very good. It's just a bit sweet, too sweet, but tastes very nice. Kudos to your chef.
Tell me about the vinaigrette. Is it your own vinaigrette that you get from scratch, or
yes?
What's it composed of?
Let me see. Vinaigrette is a basic dressing. What we do is just a little vinegar, oil, garlic, seasoning, sugar, lime juice. This is a basic vinaigrette. A little brown sugar. That's where you get a little sweet taste from.
I like it. I'm enjoying it. As the other judges have commented, the sight alone, the colors alone, really do appeal to you. So, nice job.
Thank you. I was trying to go for a Rastafarian fine, unless ice green and gold colors.
I see the ice gold and green.
Yes.
Salad, yes.
You accomplished that, definitely.
The other thing that I love so much about the salad, the fact that you cook the beetroots and you spread it over.
Yes.
It's like a
really
garnish,
nice
very nice. Very
Thank you.
And very uniform.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All the plates look the same.
So in front of you there, you have a coconut-infused fish chowder with bean sprout salad and a Creole crouton. The Creole crouton is made from Creole bread, which is from our local bakery. The chowder has a little bit of ginger, so you might feel a little spice, and also a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper. Okay,
That's a nice cake.
Enjoy. Any questions? I would love to answer you guys.
Sounds really
I hope
good.
it tastes
Why did you put the bay leaf?
The bay leaf is there because you see, I want just a little infusion of the bay leaf in the soup. So I didn't want to put it to boil too much in it. So then, whenever the heat touches the bay leaf, it'll just chops the oil, the flavor inside of it. So that's basically the idea.
So is this the heat on the garnish, the bay leaf that you use as garnish, or is there any bay leaf
It's
in
a
the
garnish.
soup itself?
Yeah, it is. It has a little, but it can't stay too long. So the bay leaf is also a garnish, and also
there to add some flavor.
In the soup also. Yeah.
What was your cost like?
Well, since I had the most expensive item, which was the fish, I spent probably, the fish was the most. amount of stuff. Now I like to use vegetables, so the vegetables did cost a bit. So I was under the 100, but it came to at least about $87. Yeah.
But this dish on its own, how much do you think?
This dish on its own, because of the fish, which is more expensive than anything else, will be to serve one person will cost you probably about $18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of fish did you use?
Kingfish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think someone that's just an ordinary person who doesn't have very much cooking or restaurant experience can accomplish this?
Well, you see, the three of us, the three guys, the three brothers, we are top chefs. We are sous chefs, executive chefs. So for somebody who's not familiarized, in, for instance, you have to make a roux to make it a soup. A chowder, you need a roux.
Yeah.
Now you have to know what level you want the roux. It could be brown, or if you want light color, you want because it goes with the flavor.
Yeah.
So a chowder is a very challenging soup, depending on how much you know. So I want to advise somebody who's just starting to try chowder because it's an advanced soup. Yeah.
It requires some skill.
It does. It requires some skills.
And you were working with the grill, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I got the worst of all the equipment, which was the grill. Now it's sunny out. It was very hot outside, very very hot day. So imagine being on a grill on a hot day,
Right.
and then also it's windy. So then the flames have been blown away, and then so it was very challenging on the grill.
Thank you, Chef Gilres.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
When we return, the competition takes a turn for the worse. The sabotage continues, and the dreaded bell is rung.
So, you've been going around saying that you're cheaper and have a wider variety. Is that true or false?
True.
What services do they offer?
They supply trophies, name tags, acrylics, plaques, and medals.
Is that all?
Yes. Okay. They also produce wedding invitations, school uniforms, keepsakes, grave headstones, keychains, and they print t-shirts as well.
So when you leave here, what are you going to tell everyone?
That Trophy Center Plus is the one-stop shop for all plaques, awards, and sporting goods. And they're located at San Souci.
You better.
Trophy Center Plus. Telephone 452-4151.
For the past 20 years, I've known them for quality tires, batteries, and mufflers. My sister introduced me to their service department. Now all I do is hand over the keys, walk away, and in 90 minutes, Team Rasco works their magic. They stocked all the original parts for my car, and best of all, their courtesy car came back for me. Now, my baby drives like new. Rasco. Tires, batteries, mufflers, and hassle-free servicing. Telephone 452-0945.
The project needs what? Block, sand, cement, BRC, and concrete. You all cannot find it. Lucius, moi brise toutes ces bagailles ça pour demain. Ek mani temps pour aller tout partout.
Kasa on a le koren côté Renoir, nous connaissons tout bail dans seul gazon.
Awa, pas Renoir, n'importe l'autre côté, mais pas Renoir. Lucius, nous ha gaspillé en chay temps et puis gaz caché ces matériaux ça. Mais ça pour faire encore. I need those materials for the guys to start working, or the project will not finish on time.
Just wait, moi j'ai tout bail c'est Renoir boy.
Okay, all right. So this
The best hardware store that you're looking for.
Welcome to our city, so how may I assist you?
Everybody don't know in Corinth, that's where we are. Reno is the best by far.
Yes, we have everything you need. Come with me.
Between the roof and floor, we got all you're looking for. More and more and more.
Ebe sa vwe, tout bagay se Coreno.
Reno Construction and Industrial Products, Corinth Grocery.
No fries, okay, no problem.
Guillory was handicapped, with all 3 courses having to be cooked on this grill outside our secret location at VG. And Chris, the underdog, has been pulling out tricks, pranks, and outright sabotage on his brothers, while still impressing the judges in the first round. The chefs have all been allotted 30 minutes to prepare the main course. They are now 15 minutes into preparation.
We're gonna prepare something called a Rasta pasta, which is just julienne of vegetables, peppers, tofu, mix in it, and you saute it, and then you put it your tofu, nicely seasoned. But you gotta have it with olive oil. But we didn't have the olive oil, but I saw Guillory with the coconut oil, so it will make perfect local. Go local instead of the oil. Because coconut oil is a very good thing now.
As you all know, in any eating establishment, most times you're required to think on your feet. And oftentimes, in any kitchen, sometimes you're required to pick up the slack of each other. Considering that you guys are all brothers, we have a second challenge for you. So we'll invite you to each pick up one of those cards. Don't be afraid.
Why does Chris always go first?
You each have each other's names. And at this point in the competition, you're required now to pick up the slack for your brother and to continue whatever course your brother was preparing with his ingredients, his utensils. You guys are biologically related, right? So you should be able to think alike.
The bell rings, I'm wondering, shit, am I still at school? The surprise after the bell was really a surprise because we was not expecting that. None of us was expecting that. And I picked up Guillory, Butter's name. And Chris picked up my name, you know. But from the time I saw the grill, I went outside, I saw the dish he was trying to prepare. I said, oh, I got a tough task around me. Because what he had there was dead already. I didn't kill the fish again. I'm doing that for somebody that blessed them.
You see, that worked to my advantage because I had the worst kitchen that you can think of. I didn't have a kitchen, I had a grill. So when the bell rang, that was a surprise to us. We didn't know that was coming, I didn't know it was coming. You know, I thought it was ice cream they were selling, so I was like, but when the bell rang and they said, all right, we have a surprise. And then the surprise was the change of names where I had to use my brother's stuff, which was Chris, who had a nice chicken. So, I don't know, I think probably something told me, you know, let that fish overcook, man.
Banana is a very tough thing. I don't cook that at my home, I don't like that at all. And plus he had a dry fish, which is kingfish. What I don't like about this dish is that he prepared the chutney. He had a nice chutney, and he had the ribbon of carrots, which you don't get that too much in a Waiwook, you know, we hardly do ribbons of carrots. And he had the spinach. But when I put the dish together, when I was about to put the dish together, I realized that the green banana is very dry, the fish is overcooked, And so I decided, Chris had a coconut cream sauce there already. So I tried to say, okay, let me try and wet the dish a bit. I tried to use some turmeric to wet the dish a bit, to make the fish a little moisture. But at the same time, with all them spices already, I could not really do what I needed to do. But the little time I had, I tried and wet this fish.
I got smallest dish. And I just took over where he's left and I made magic. My brother and I, we all think alike. So I knew wherever he left off, I'll pick him up. Even though he's the eldest brother, we all make mistakes. So I jumped in and I corrected everything that needed to be corrected, and I pushed forward to create that dish he left off.
If I had the Rasta pasta, I would present it a little better. I thought also. Because I saw he overcooked the pasta a bit. You know, I could have given him a callot, but probably my mother, you go and get involved. So I just had to let him be.
Well, the judges loved it. They loved the presentation. They loved the twist I gave, because my brother had some nice things already on par. So what I did, I just made it change to my own. You know, I made a nice chutney to go with the food. I arranged this because I have my own way, my own flavors, my own taste, my own way of doing things. Yeah, so I just give it a little twist, a little twerk, and it worked out very well. The judges were very impressed.
So when it came to the flavor profiles, I'm assuming that you tasted his dishes before you added your own. How would you say that his taste differentiated to yours?
Well, you see, that's where the basics, because I would make my sauces. My sauce is made different than his, because that's the only thing that separates us. I like my white wine and so that's where the hiccup came in, because I didn't taste his stuff. All I could have done is just present it or look at it and say, okay, that's missing this. Let me add this, because of the time span when it came to, the surprise change of names. Yeah. The dish is, we have a herb mash as a starch. We have wilted spinach. We have a pumpkin chutney on top of the roasted oven chicken. And we have a coconut cream sauce. And the powder next to it is basically dehydrated coconuts. Yeah, that's one of the new products we get. It's just add water, or else you don't want the water. It's just pure coconut dehydrated.
This is
I was wondering.
The carrot is curried carrot. It's poached. It's poached and then I curried it. Yeah. It also has a little cardamom inside of it, so you might taste a strange spice. That is cardamom. Again, I like to use my spices.
This was my brother's dish, butter. As you all know, you will give me the name. What he had already was a green fig mash, curried green fig mash, and he had also a ribbon of carrots grilled, because he had the grill outside. And I guess he sauteed the spinach with a little salt and pepper and oil. And the fish is a kingfish. And already he had that thing already. He had the tomato and beet salsa done already. But when I thought of it, I thought the dish was a bit too dry with the kingfish, which is a very dry fish already. So I had to make a little adjustment with the sauce. As you know, inside already here, we had a coconut cream sauce already, which Chris did. So what I did, I just changed it with a little bit of turmeric.
I think all of my judges could agree. The fish, to me, the fish was a bit dry. It was very, very dry. The addition of the sauce, like you said, it was necessary, but even with the sauce, it was still very dry, and it had a few bones, like Al mentioned previously, and you can see them on my plate, but it was very, very dry. And another thing that I noted was the curry in the green fig was a bit overpowering. I personally enjoyed the carrot. I think that was my favorite part, because I enjoy vegetables. I enjoyed the carrot, the spinach, the salsa was really nice. I tasted the sauce on its own, it was very good as well. But that were the only two things that were a bit off for me.
I think the two of us have the same sentiment. I think she has said everything that I would have said to you. The fish is just a bit too dry, and the curry in the green fig was just a bit overpowering, but all in all, the presentation was good.
It's my brother dish, my eldest brother dish, which was supposed to be a Rasta pasta, but I changed it to rainbow pasta.
Okay.
Because of all the cooperations with the color, I just had to give it my own name. Basically, it's a vegetarian dish, different vegetables, carrots, broccoli, tofu, main dish pasta with some cream. No egg in there.
Okay.
So you guys enjoy my continuations of.
So what did you add?
Yeah, how did you offend the Rasta pasta?
Well, a Rasta pasta is made with olive oil. But in this case, we didn't use olive oil. We used a little bit of butter.
As well, what stage was it at when you got to it?
Well, basically, it was mesoplast was on point.
Okay.
Pasta was already there, veg.
Okay,
so
nothing was
I had the
mixed in.
easy work. Just whipped it all up.
Okay, and changed the sauce.
Yeah. I gotta say, I can't take much credit because his dish was 70% done.
Okay.
Very nice creation. The colors blend very well.
Okay.
And I haven't tasted it yet, so let me talk about the taste now.
I'll have you know that your brother, the one who took over your dish, he took a lot of credit for your dish. And you're being humble, you're not taking any credit for this.
I heard him.
I would have liked a little more pepper, black pepper, cayenne, anything like that. Just for a little.
Yeah.
But it's great, you know.
But you should have salt and pepper on your table. So
It's true.
So I got on the correct side on that part.
Fair enough. The only thing that I must point out, the fact that mushrooms were used, there's tofu. They're not as much use of local ingredients, you know, broccoli and whatnot, as maybe in other dishes. And that's no fault of yours, so we're gonna take it out on him.
Okay.
You know, so with regards to your local ingredients, I don't think
was incorporated.
yeah, he hit the nail on the head there. But it's tasty.
Also very tasty, but the pasta should be a little more al dente.
Yeah, it's a bit overcooked.
Yeah.
No fault of yours, like you
No
said.
fault of
Yeah.
When we return, the judges deliberate, the chefs whip up dessert, and Chris is still being Chris.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
The question we must ask is, how do I know that I am buying a quality window? Before making any purchasing decisions, we recommend visiting the company showroom where you can see, feel, touch, and operate life-size windows. Ask us what style and colors are available. Make sure you understand how they work, the ease of cleaning, and if replacement parts are readily available. Enquire about our laminated safety glass and/or impact glass. Ask for a demonstration of the hardware, because not all windows are created equal, especially when it comes to casement or awning windows. Do not only select a window based on price, but rather safety, fit, finish, and a team of local professionals with over 38 years of experience. Come speak with us. They're your windows and your world.
70% of all health decisions are influenced by lab results.
Delivery of accurate, reliable, and timely results has been our mandate for over 20 years. We are Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited, generating hundreds of lab tests each year while delivering quality, personalized, confidential service, one client at a time. With a reliable network of regional and international partners, all tests are conducted with patient care in mind. Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited, saving lives and caring for people. We focus on results so you can focus on what's important. Telephone 459-2200.
In an effort to reduce congestion within the nation's capital, the Castries Constituency Council will be implementing short-term paid parking in a phased approach. 10 terminals will be installed on the following streets: Bridge, Brogley, Urban, Jean-Baptiste, Miku, Labrie, Pinier, High Street, and in the William Peter Boulevard. Short-term paid parking will run from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday. To find out more, log on to the Castries Constituency Council's Facebook page. $3 an hour can save you $500 in parking tickets. Short-term paid parking, coming soon.
With a shoestring budget, the brothers had to be super creative to finance the feel-good part of the meal, while catering to the judges' palates.
I'm back again. I did since my whole theme was a Rasta thing, so I continued with a fruit plate, a plain, nice fruit plate. And what I did, I take some of the same fruit and I blend it just to cleanse your palate, because I know all day I've been eating different. So at least,
I appreciate that.
yes.
Chef, where did you get that idea? Where did you get that idea?
It was just something I said, well,
it's so creative.
We had fish, we had chicken, we had so many sweet things. So this is just to cool out the body.
Well, it looks refreshing.
Yes, it is. Fresh fruit from the market this morning.
Yeah, that's welcome.
It's very refreshing.
I tried to make it shape like a bird, but
you could not get wings.
Yes.
It's a feeling.
This cost me about, let me see, about maybe, I'll say maybe about, the strawberry was on sale, which is $5.
Oh, yeah?
The strawberry was at sale. It was a bag of strawberry for $5. Also the grapes, and I'll say that cost me maybe about $18.
$18? That's...
What is the drink exactly?
This is the fruits. Blended to just cleanse the palate.
So it's like a smoothie?
Yes.
I got you stuck to your theme. Stuck to your
Ital vibe, yes.
Nice.
Back with my own dish that I created from start to finish. Yes. So today I have a vanilla ice cream accompanied with a banana flambe, which I created. And what's a flambe without some flames? So I was a bit disappointed with my dessert till the end, because I wanted to wow the guests of lighting up the banana flambe, which didn't work. But all in all, they enjoyed it. I gave it my best shot. They got an idea of what I wanted to do, so I hope they just look at the brighter side and give me a thumbs up.
Banana is cooked to perfection, very good. The caramel, wow, very nice taste. The ice cream, you get an A+.
So simple.
Unfortunately, my time consuming, I couldn't make ice cream, so I had to get it local down here.
Simple, but it really hits the spot.
Thank you. Tasty. That's what I was aiming for. And with my brother taking all the credit
for the pastry,
my main dish.
Oh yeah.
So I got to eat in, and he made my ice cream melt because he took so much time. At the supermarket, we had 20 minutes, he took 45 minutes. So, I guess I think he should be penalized for that.
Thanks for letting us know.
Very good. It's wearing your belt under breath.
How much do you think you spent?
On this dish? This dish only costs $18.50. $18.50.
My dessert, which is actually one of my strongest points, is my brothers know that very well, because I've been on the culinary team as a pastry chef for years. But I made a salted caramel banana foster with a dehydrated coconut vanilla crumble. You understand? So it was like a warm dessert with a nice crunchy crumble on top. And on the plate, I also used a little bit line of blended cinnamon to add a little extra flavor. And at the bottom of that, I had a little like a fruit compote with a little bit of white rum, which I stole from Chris. The crumble is mixed with the dehydrated coconut powder.
Okay.
And probably like you do the melted brown sugar, the butter, the flour in the frying pan. Then you finish it in the oven, toss it, and that's it until it gets very crunchy. So you get like a caramel cone-like effect when you bite it.
Are there any nuts in here? Or?
No nuts whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks nutty, but...
Yeah, it looks like, but it's absolutely no nuts whatsoever.
I thought of my mother, My mother would be proud of us, Seeing three boys. My mother raised us, taught us how to cook, taught us how to clean everything. The only thing I was thinking of my mother, man. I was cooking for them when they were small. They look up to me. So I'm always a champion.
It's not wise to blow your own trumpet, you understand? But I mean, seriously, my brothers are good. So I guess I will leave it up to the judges. I won't say anything. I keep it balanced.
Are you looking at him? Come on, that's a question straightforward. I'm the guy, I'm the man.
At the end of the exercise, Chris returned the most change of his $100. Butter brought back $12.43, and Alvin's Rasta pasta was the most expensive three-course meal to whip up. His change, $9.16. The judges' tabulation revealed the oldest brother, Alvin Smalley Phillips' final score as 261. Chris, the youngest brother, scored 263 points. And the winner of the Untold Stories Culinary Challenge, Gilry Butter Salmon, with 286 points.
Never been told. Could go on and on, the fool has never been told. Could go on and on, the fool has never been told. Could go on and on, the fool has never been told. Could go on and on, the fool has never been